Ma me fana say ma PENDREAM TV there o say dem yopo.
It's an abdo abanya a free swa not about mere loose relations and then people lose relations no. And yes say you lose relations based on visible performance. And yet there be there be. Name mo ko foni ye ya ma ye hu ye hi. Enti asem bi on beka bia na obi agedi. E komo so ba kakra. What you say? Na obi agedi. Na ma menhwe asem mo keka ye no. Se na nye enibre ene abufuo bi na abaga na fo mu atia MPP a. E ka obi be ka cho mo say Bank Square. What was it the tallest building in Ghana?
Yeah.
Say obi say Bank Square ebono e din kekenti.
Enti meyensi.
Da bi eninti so mo ba on be jisika no ama aban. Tio edan ya yesi ama o man Ghana.
Aye dey aban sika dey.
Ye dey aban sika na esi no. Kwabrane bi ti ho say edan ne boarding. Enu nti na eye corruption. Enti so mo ba
oka kwabrane kura wa kan yi.
Na ka me ade kocha me kan say ka be say kwabrane ne kan ye. Na mo dey na mabonte demonstration. Say Bank Square ne boarding. Mbese me hwa ade bi wo say Tio financial recoveries from corruption cases. A black one that can be graphic online. Or say Ora identified over $21 billion in potential recovery.
No, I can't just like that.
Which is how we nipa. Obeda disaster where they said, what could that since when? Any a call to her will be a difficult person. Was a metia. So far Ghana, and Babamians. At Wednesday, dear, I got that I went here and made Nico Tomb. And then Dr. Comrado for me, apart from that, one beam. Check. A black one revealed that Ora's investigation into 36 high-profile cases alone could yield up to $20.49 billion. And it's no Ghana, you see, Kako dig of what we want to money and budget. And then say, woman to my first can Ghana for coaches can try black one. If you are successful in recoveries, we can retrieve as much as $20.49 billion United States dollars. The cases include major corruption scandals involving. Look at this rubbish. Look at Adiri and Yansa major scandals like the National Cathedral project. National Cathedral project. Where is the scandal? But Dumelevo no a scandal.
I mean this before the new to Ghana.
Power distribution services PDS. Dumelevo no a scandal. And to number this car act so salt pond decommissioning project. Dumelevo a scandal. Now how come put the buffon? Now he said Ora's findings indicate that prime state lands were sold at shockingly low prices, leading to an estimated revenue loss of $702 million. Some people acquired prime cantonment land for as low as 42,000 cedis. Land that should fetch $500,000 more per plot at fair market value. Kwaku, I buy property. And then land cruises are multi-timono. And you bet by Avalon and Yachu to moon. What got a car and net? Not a free shop. What car brand new, tear rubber. Want to be able to that. A free shop is a free shop on the Piabon to say, pa, at the value.
Oh, yes. A
free shop on the Piabon to say, pa, at the value. In fact, what you can bear 1 year. Another 2 years near the command friend is saying
value
the BV STC some value car you sue and never be as you use come standard what car $100,000 no what the call this value 2 years are ever better $32,000 now a black party baby was say I don't got $100,000 it's the difference of $70,000 I say mautia that is oral for you
for damn sim.
Na ye better time nya kaka ni yakum ama Ghana fo hu say bibi ne baaye abufuo bi ene baaye ye nu nti na ejije sanse ofun bi ediye ema ekoto aba ema NDC ba omu ntimi ene hu say wo mo ankasa Dumelevo was it day was omo keka bo mu keke o ma se dan value ayi bia ama na tele general so akasa
na se la mu ora no e se ora no kan komudi ka gu no ansa kra na se o man no mo bi kai no maka
yo ba ko be the base afagis kan
no ba bi no akwa
Jam set you wada na ni enti na enen nkrofo na ni abre se wo se MPP for weska everywhere weska giska na man so awuntimi nyiska no
yo
sa se me hefa na e kam enti ama nkrofo so ani abre waja say that's remember
Meba studio ya na me hu say citynewsroom.com a story Cocoa Deputy CEO welcomes OSP probe denies conflict of interest story say the Deputy Chief Executive in charge of Finance and Administration at the Ghana Cocoa Board, Mr. Ato Boateng, has welcomed calls for investigations by the Office of the Special Prosecutor and SRAJ over allegations of conflict of interest linked to Atlas Commodities Limited. The response follows calls by the minority in Parliament, led by MP for Old Tafo, for a full criminal investigation into the operations of Atlas Commodities. However, in a document cited by City News on Monday, Mr. Boateng dismissed the claims as false and unfounded. According to information released in his defense, Mr. Boateng resigned as a director of Atlas Commodities Limited on January 20th, 2025, prior to assuming his current role at Cocoa Board. He also transferred his shares in the company to Edinam Yao Kofi and George Ofori, who now serve as trustees of a trust set up for that purpose. The statement further noted that Mr. Boateng duly declared his previous interest in Atlas Commodities in his official declaration of assets and liabilities as required of public officers, lodging the documentation with the Auditor General, clarifying the operational structure within Cocoa Board. The statement explained that the board does not hold shares in PBC and therefore does not influence its management decisions. It added that the regulation of licensed buying companies is supervised directly by the Deputy Chief Executive for Operations, while grading, sealing, and cocoa quality supervision fall under the Deputy Chief Executive for Agronomy and Quality Control. Distribution and allocation of seed money to licensed buying companies, when applicable, is undertaken by the Research Department under the Deputy Chief Executive for Operations and sanctioned by the Cocoa Board. The Deputy CEO for Finance and Administration, the statement stressed, is responsible only for effecting payment after all approval processes by the CEO, the board, and the Deputy CEO for Operations have been completed. The statement also indicated that for the past 2 years, Cocoa Board has not provided seed money to licensed buying companies to purchase cocoa beans. Instead, the companies have had to secure their own buyers or obtain bank financing to fund their purchases. Based on this fact, the statement maintained that Mr. Boateng has not used his position to influence decisions in favor of Atlas Commodities. And he also questioned why the MP would continue to publicly press the matter after petitioning the OSP and SRAJ, instead of awaiting the outcome of the investigations. In the Honorable Eko Vincent Asefua, official response from Deputy CEO NA, Uobibi Kafahon.
Obi, JD can you confirm from the response that we actually whether or not there was whether a denial, an admission with respect to the content and the Atlas Commodities Limited has been using warehouses belonging to the state at the energy manner. Did you cite anything like that?
No, there is no direct denial. In fact, I think the statement centered more on addressing the conflict of interest issues.
How?
Okay.
No, I mean, you did not see anything like that.
Sure.
That's what it is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the Deputy CEO has nothing to say about that contention there. Who you see are buying warehouses. Anna, what do you want? Warehouses that PBC for or some issue normally over now private company now found that because we had the CEO watching team PVC worker sponsor and now the other Coco at the top now the Google and now you see the purchasing class now the over and then who to cut watching the bow the tomb. You have nothing to say about that. So that means that it is a contention that the man by conduct has agreed that I was not wrong. Secondly, Obi, we know the call law school. Now you call law of trust. Man, one for more person category and say or transfer in first.
Yes.
No transfer, we na company no ankasa no etade ade no koma e trustee. Eneza. Obi you can say that about your studio no. You projected a certain document. Star Registered General Department, the document now projected.
Yes.
When you have time, please just take please. We are going to have some massive discussions there with respect to how trust Juma. Obi. Say me as a what? Me wo iPhone 17. Na iPhone 17 I media. And I'm saying you create a trust. Trust and you say, yes,
yes.
Na nipa na obehwe so me. Anase twobeko obehwe so me. Omohwe so e de ma wo bi. Nyeza. So there's a clause and a trustee and a beneficiary relationship. Nyeza. So wo akobwa ten wa wo se ade na yo wo dia. What document of the Registered General Department external? We know what the transfer was first. Now, what transfer was shared to what the shares in what is Edinam, any more company, what could create a trust, the almost share so. Now, create a trust, just go and check page 3 of that document, the Registered General Department document. Trustees, there are 2 people. One, Legal Capital Management Limited. The number of shares for that Legal Capital Management Limited is 400. The second person, as a trustee, is Atobuaten Onolukuta 1,600 of the shares, making the total number of shares 2,000. What does that mean? As a trustee, he still holds the majority of the number of shares of the trustee that has been created. Now, mind you, Obi, when you create a share, you create the share to say, yes, share to the beneficiary of someone. Meanwhile, trustee Lankatamo, who are to what who now 1,600. Now, let me open your mind to something. Do you know that on the 20th of February, 2026, that is Friday, after I made the revelations, Omwako, Registered General Department, to now go and ensure a total transfer, which is the Legal Capital Management Limited,
Yes.
And Atobuatin, which is the 1,600. So almost that transfer, that shares in and I said that trustee, you mean now, I'm doing their command Edinam. But what I say? What that means is that until this Friday, because I feel a massive process now. Until this Friday, before sending the matter, the trustee has been Legal Capital Management Limited and Atobuatin, which Atobuatin was holding 1,600 as the beneficiary. Intermediate said the law of trust, how does it work? It works by way of a set law, a trustee, and a beneficiary. Just a one, the any audience. The Akushu means that's one customer. Now, what shares to my or shares to Eddie Amazon for the benefit of who? For the benefit of a year, Atobuatin holding 1,600 shares. Now, let me show you a document from the Registered General Department which my sources have been able to capture for me, which actually show how they wanted to go about it. And this one is dated just this Friday. I am so sad. I am devastated that a public officer in that statute will try and make sure now you are trying to find a way to make sure that you will clean yourself. Sure. On the 20th of February 2026, in the documents of the Registrar General Department, it was resolved that Obi for purposes so that you can read it alongside me.
Okay.
Obi very well. It was resolved that by share transfer instrument, Obi Aba. It was resolved that by share transfer instrument, Legal Capital Management Limited and Ato Boatin have both transferred all their 400 and 1,600 ordinary shares. What does that mean? Both Legal Capital Management Limited and Ato Boatin will go back to their claim that on the 20th of January 2025, I'm not transfer shares no more created a trust. No one.
Yes.
But the trust that was created, he was the bigger beneficiaries of that
trust.
Yeah. So what is it saying? Let me go down. Then you see the criminal mindset of Ato Boatin. Just listen. I'm sad, Obi. Let me just say, Michelle profile. And this is what we are doing to the state. When you go behind the news, you will see or say, and Ato Boatin have both transferred all their 400 and 1,600 ordinary shares, valued at 400 Ghana cedis and 1,600
Ghana cedis each.
To Yao Edinam
Kofi.
Number 2, that by share transfer instrument, by share transfer instrument dated the 20th of January 2025, that is last year.
Yes.
Yao Edinam Kofi now owns 2,000 ordinary shares. I think almost 2,000 in Nadia Edinam.
Yao Edinam.
This is this Friday. So let's go. You will see it. All 2,000 ordinary shares valued at 2,000 as the sole shareholder filed on 20th
February 2026.
Just this Friday. Obi, are you not sad?
Are
you not sad?
In the following your...
Hold on.
Okay.
Are you not disturbed that an official of the state who has been hired by the President of the Republic to protect the state and its pets, to make sure that the state can make money to be able to pay your workers, you are the one engaging in this criminality? Are you not sad that you thought that you will not see this information? Okay, I showed you this particular information, but I intentionally did not speak about it because I knew that Obesheda about the intro.
After a long day of fasting, the first meal.
Pay 3 nana make them.
Yeah.
Osha pay 3 na. Trustee details no. The trustee details no 2. Legal Capital Management Limited and Ato Boatin. And the entire Yanase, go back to the last page, which gives you the BOP details. And when I say BOP, it is the beneficial owner particular.
Sure.
The beneficial owner particular, the one whose name has been mentioned there is Ato Boatin. Even after the trustee arrangement and everything.
Still, and the deed also has beneficial owner.
As of today. And it is on the 20th of January 2025. Transfer of shares now, I'm not even creating a trust, as I said. And let me use this opportunity to explain that again. You can't be a creative trust. What creative trust is there? The judicial yes amount. Into me iPhone every time no. Maybe to me just be as if one to me just be. Maybe apart from my obi and dominant ventures. So among shares on famame. Na that be no say bia niwa among famame. And answer the cast employee. Se me manu nya 18 years a mo fa ma
Dedi kama mamena Pendream TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.